Well, as you can see, we have a new project car that I've been working on. This is a 1976 BMW 2002. We found the car locally, but it is out of California. It's been parked for almost 25 years, so it's going to require a complete tear down and rebuild, which, as you can see, I've already started on. It's pretty much all the way stripped right now. I'm removing paint. I'm going to get some media blasting done. My plans with this car is to leave it basically all stock. Just redoing everything, rebuilding everything, the engine, everything. The car is a 4-speed car, sunroof. It has a dealer installed air conditioning unit, which is non-functioning, of course. But I'm not sure if I'm going to update that or not. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's where we're at. Thanks for watching. Well, as you can see, I started taking a lot of the front apart on the car. The grille, headlight assemblies, pulled the radiator out. The bumpers are off. What I'm trying to do here is get everything off the front end that doesn't need to be there. It all has to come off anyway. But I'm going to I'll be cutting this somewhere through here and putting a whole new lower valance on there. This one is just too far gone, with the mice getting in there and making a mice condo out of the front valance. They did get under the hood and do a little bit of damage there to some of the wiring. They chewed through some of it there and some of the hoses, but I think it's all salvageable. I can repair some things. I am going to have to go through the whole engine, so everything's going to come apart on this. The interior is all there, but it needs to be all redone. I think I'm going to change the color of the interior to a tan color. You can see the dash is pretty cracked up. You can see the center console is with the air conditioning vents and the air conditioning unit under the dash. But you can see it all needs to be redone. We'll go around to the back of the car. Again, the car is pretty straight. It just has a couple dings in the doors that shouldn't be too difficult to straighten out. The back is really straight. Again, the bumpers are all off. I am going to do a bumper conversion, the Euro earlier style bumpers. I'll probably be fitting those on first because I'll need to do, if I need to drill some holes and fill some holes, I want to be able to get all that done. The trunk area, it's really pretty clean. It's just surface rust around the spare tire area. The rest is pretty nice. The shock towers are really good condition. You can see the original color of the car here. It's the granite metallic, they call it. The gas tank, I'll probably end up replacing this gas tank. It kind of looks okay, but from what I understand, where they're put together around the edges, they come apart after a while and start leaking. It's kind of like a clamshell thing, 2-piece upper and lower. So, I'll probably replace the tank. Well, this is the underside of the car. Gosh, for a, I think 48-year-old car, it's kind of what it looks like under here. Just a lot of surface rust. Again, I don't really see any damage anywhere other than this rust on this front valance up here. But yeah, everything was pretty good. This is the original, the air conditioning unit that the dealers installed when they were new. From what I understand, these cars did not come from the factory with air conditioning. It was a dealer installed thing. Anyway, that's the car underneath. It's pretty dirty. All this will have to be cleaned up, But again, it's just a surface rust. A lot of the rubber stuff is all deteriorating. So this is all going to have to be rebuilt. New bushings, bearings, ball joints, everything there in the front. Let's go back. Again, just surface rust. Nothing through anywhere. The sills look really good. There's a dent in it here. Something hit it there, but I can straighten that out. Yeah, here's the back. Again, just surface rust. I don't see any damage at all as far as any accidents or anything like that. Just a lot of buildup of grime. And again, the shock towers, everything up inside looks pretty good. Everything's solid. There's a dent here in the fuel tank. That could probably be popped out, but I just don't trust the tank because of its age. I really do think it's a safe thing to do is just to replace it. The exhaust system really doesn't look too bad. There's no rust holes or anything in it, but I'll probably end up putting a stainless system on here. All new exhaust. Yeah, everything looks pretty solid. Pretty nice. I'm getting ready to pull the engine out or remove the engine from the chassis. I've taken off a lot of the front suspension, the front struts, the exhaust, and some other suspension components, mainly just to keep the weight down. While I had the car up on the lift, it was just easier kind of removing things while it was up on the lift. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the engine hoist quite yet. I will use it in a little bit to put the engine up on the engine stand. I'm going to drop it out from underneath. So I've taken the drive shaft off, all the exhaust, disconnected everything from the engine. Any wiring. I did remove the carburetor and a few other things here, but it's basically loose. I just have the 6 bolts on the front cross member subframe and 2 on the rear transmission mount. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it on a cart. I have that ready down below. That way I can just lower the down on there, lower the car down on there, and then unbolt those bolts, which I've already loosened, so they should come out quite easy. And just lift the body right off the engine and transmission. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and do that and see if this works. Well, I lifted the body off of the engine, so the engine is out and it is sitting on a dolly. It actually came out pretty smooth. I have the engine all stripped down, pretty much everything off. I did pull the valve cover, pulled the head. I wanted to look inside and see how it was. There was a lot of debris in number 2 cylinder on the exhaust side because that valve was open. But other than that, everything's looking okay. I just wanted to get it ready to go to an engine shop pretty soon. The inside of the engine looked good. There wasn't very much sludge in the oil pan. I didn't even clean it because I wanted the engine guy to see it. It wasn't that bad. There wasn't that much in there. So I'm kind of believing the mileage is around 150K. Yeah, that's where that is. This is the front cross member. I haven't cleaned it yet. I've just taken everything off, just stripped it all down. Anyway, that's ready. These are the rear suspension arms. I took those off first. I pulled the brakes apart because you have to disconnect the emergency brake cables before you pull these. Anyway, I've got those apart. I just took the outer CVs apart, and the drums and the brake drums and everything are all off. And this is the rear suspension. I've just dropped it. It came out pretty easy. It's just a little awkward, but that floor jack, transmission jack I have helped out quite a bit to balance it. But yeah, everything came apart real nice. It's never been out, so all the nuts and bolts holding everything in were really tight. I have the rear differential out with the cross member. It is really dirty. As you can tell, it's never been out of the car because it's just packed. You can faintly see where the bolts, mounting bolts for the rear cover are. It's really bad, really dirty. I'll have to clean all this off so I can get the CV joints off. I think I'll take the axles off first, and then work on getting the differential off the cross member. But it's really dirty. This is going to take a while to clean up. Yeah. I have the car almost completely stripped down. There's just a couple of little small items that I need to pull off. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I still have like the door latches to pull off. But I've been doing some repairs. Underneath the car, you didn't really see any rust at all, but what happened was, as you can see, I replaced the left front floor pan. I ended up replacing the whole piece. This is what it looked like inside. Yeah, not too good. Underneath the car, it didn't look too bad. These weren't that visible underneath. I mean, you could see them a little bit. But after cleaning off, the factory had put this undercoating tar sound deadening material all over. There's still some there. And it got between that and the floor pan and just rusted it out. The right side wasn't as bad, near as bad as this side. This was pretty bad. What had happened was right about in, well, if I can point it out, right about in this area right here, the evaporator sit across in this area underneath the heater box, which is up above. And they didn't put any insulation around the little pressure relief. There's a pressure relief valve that the hoses go into. They did wrap the hose connections, but they didn't wrap the metal on that valve. And it condenses, and water would just come right down here and right on and underneath and rust out this floor. Like I said, on the other side underneath, this didn't show that much, so it was all inside. There was a really bad rusted area here, so I cut the section out and made a new piece, and I've got it ready to weld back in. These little holes are for the clecos to hold it in place. There was another smaller patch on the other side there that I had to do. But mainly it's just a lot of just little surface rust underneath in here that I'll clean off. This is a really bad spot where they like to rust out because the sunroof has the tube, which isn't here right now, comes down here and the water drains out through here. And this is a really bad spot for rust. Fortunately, this one is still real solid. It's just a surface rust on here. So that'll be easy to clean up. I do have to do quite a bit of work on this front valance. I'm going to have to cut some of this piece off here and make a new piece here out of some metal. I've already cut the whole valance off here on the front, and I've been fitting that. It's coming out pretty good. Very, very time consuming to do, but it's coming out real nice. I tried to put this new seam as close to this as I can. I did use a flange tool. You can't really see it here. There is a flange tool to help these sit tighter. This is just held on right now with clecos as I was getting everything fitted. And I had to trim these out for the bolt holes. Anyway, that's what I'm doing there. I still have to do some work. These holes are off. This is kind of a universal front valance. So these bumper bracket holes are off a little bit, and I'll have to modify them. Yeah, I've been working on the front valance. I've got this trimmed off, ready to weld back on here. I did some seam sealing because I had to replace these panels here. I added some flanges down here because the original ones were just rusted off, so I cleaned these up, made new ones, and same, I put another piece over here. I put some additional little notches in here for drain holes. There's a drain here, and then here and here, and over here. I'm getting ready to weld this. This area here was all rusted out, so I put a new piece in here and re-welded this so it is really strong again. This is the new valance. It came with these notches in here for the bumper, and these were way off. They weren't even close. So I filled these, again, this is the back side, and put a correct notch in here. I had to make a little cut here because of the expansion of the metal when I was welding. This will help straighten things, keep things straight when I put it back together. The new welds will be along this area here, and along this area up here, and on the ends. I have the whole underside of the car in epoxy primer. It took a while to clean up and scrape off. I didn't go as far as some of the factory undercoating was left on. It's still pretty good shape. I will be adding some Raptor liner like I did on the other cars. So this will not have the smooth metal finish. It'll have the textured look to it. But yeah, it looks so much cleaner. It's really time consuming cleaning these things off, but it's worth it. It makes them look so nice, and once they're painted they look really, really clean. I got the engine compartment all stripped. That took a while because there was so much little surface rust on everything that you had to strip down. But again, it came out really nice. It looks good. The inside, I'm not done totally in here, but I did do under the roof, cleaned that off. There was a light surface rust underneath here on everything, but cleaned it all off, and again, epoxy prime. I'm right in the midst of stripping the roof right now. It's got some pretty tough stuff. Some of it just fell right off, and other parts of it did not. So I'm almost there. Almost got it stripped down all the way. Well, I finished stripping the roof and the sunroof. I got some epoxy primer on it, so it's all protected. I still have a lot of work to do stripping the rest of the body. Some of the things, the hood, the trunk lid, the doors, front fenders, I'll probably take over and get media blasted. It's much easier, and they come out really nice once they've been blasted. But anyway, I'm running a little bit long on this video, so hope you like it. Thanks for watching.